Basically, I'm going to record this for our internal quality and training purposes.
Not a problem, Sheena.
So I guess your main question, I'm going to do a focused training. Your main question is regarding inventory assemblies and how they're deducted and all that. It's not It's not quite TPlex. It's more like QuickBooks. So I'm going to attempt to go through that, and I will attempt to show you this rather than talk a whole lot. One thing what I'm doing now is I'm kind of practically trying to disconnect. We use QuickBooks ourselves, and I'm trying to disconnect our production QuickBooks company file and link in a test company file so I can show you a little bit. What you see right now on the screen is a demo account. So basically, the first thing is to look at, from the TPlex point of view, what happens. I don't know whether Susan showed you from within TPlex. We have inventory, which is like products, and you also define them as combos. So have you seen those?
No, I have not.
Okay. Hold on just a second. Hold on. I'll wait till this page loads. Okay, so I don't know what these are examples. So this is 11112.
Yep.
Just take that as an example. You can make it a combo. This is the equivalent concept in TPlex. And let's just say I saw 1112 underneath it. I have two of these, and I have 1113. Okay, so this is my combo item. Okay, if I define that, this becomes a combo. Now, in your case, you will be doing this in QuickBooks. Okay. QuickBooks has, in QuickBooks is the same thing. It's very similar things, I would say. Instead of combo, it's called an inventory assembly, and I'm going to kind of bring it up and show you.
Yeah, now I opened up my inventory assembly in QuickBooks. It looks pretty straightforward if that's all I'm doing. I'm assuming I could use the auction number or item number as the name of the assembly. And then it just looks like you just add in the individual parts and press assembly, right?
Yeah. It's nothing but selling kits. By the way, did I block the window? Do you see the whole? Let me just see.
No, I see the whole window. It's there.
Yeah, you see the whole.
Now I see QuickBooks.
You see QuickBooks. Okay, let's go to items. Yeah. Right, I'll make a random one. These are all sample things, and I make no claim that I'm familiar with any of them. But I will say I'll make a. This will be the eBay, custom label.
Yeah, so I can use, let's say the auction number, the item number, 1122667888, whatever.
Right. Okay. Let's make that 1126677288. Now this is not the item number. This is not the item number. This is, what we say typically is a custom label that is assigned on the listing. In the case of eBay, or in the case of Amazon, it's a seller SKU. Or if it's not, you can map it to one of these. It's just a name. And to say, okay, this is two of this, quantities two. We cannot do fractional. Okay, that's one thing. In QuickBooks, they could do, this is a 0.3 of these. We cannot do that.
I don't need to do that. It's all solid pieces. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. On eBay, you can't list half of something. So it has has, 3 of those, 2
Yep.
of these. So having done that, I've defined, I'm going to make an easier name for me to remember. So this is the, the LANs part 1. So I tried to find it, it looks like I have a giant list here. Income, okay, fine. Merchandise sales. So this is that. Now, having said that, so the quantity, the way quantity works in QuickBooks normally. Okay. So now you say I have 0 of these, right? So actually, let me go. I'm going to walk you through this. I will enter a sales receipt and watch what happens if I enter a sales receipt. Okay. So I'll just say random customer, but the part is Lance, part 1, and I have 0. Okay. I don't have sufficiency denominator. Fine. I'm ordering one of them. Let's save and close. All right, fine. I need to give it tax field, so I have CA tax 0, save and close. So I made a thing, and it happens is this is -1, okay, because the quantity in Quicks doesn't automatically come from the piece parts. Okay, so what you need to do is, let's go back and show you the components of this. So if I edit them, unfortunately I picked 2 hard to find names, 3 fill and 4 in, something like that. Right. So the quantity for the 3 fill and the 4 in are all 0. So you know what? Let me adjust them a little bit. Enter invoice. Adjust quantity value on hand. So let's just say 3 fill. Quantity on hand, new quantity is 10. I think I have 10 of these. I think it will ask me for some kind of adjustment account. Let me do 4. Let's say we have 10, 20 of those. Save and close. So I have 10 of these. Notice I have an order, of land 1, but that does not adjust, these back down. This is a thing in QuickBooks, okay? It does not deduct these quantities. This is how QuickBooks works. TPlex doesn't work like that. In TPlex, if you have an order of, if TPlex is calc quantity for you, if you have an order of Lance Part 1, we don't keep a quantity number in here in TPlex. We will automatically go, take out 3 of these and flows, or whatever the number that I set up.
So what you're telling me is, if I can stop here for a minute, if I build assemblies in QuickBooks, it's not going to adjust my real inventory in QuickBooks.
It does. So that's what I'm going to walk you. What I'm going to do is I'm walking you through how people manually do it. Once I do that, I could describe how TPlex automatically do it. Notice what I do is, what TPlex does is TPlex automates things. But you first have to know how I'm going to hand enter the things, right? So on a customer, what we did is enter sales receipts, and we just enter sales receipt, right? So normally, in a normal order, you just enter, you type in, the customer's name and address, what's sold, and you're done. For an inventory assembly, what happens is you do 2. The first thing you do is you go to here and you go to these and you say, I want to build assembly. Okay. So I'm building Lance Part 1, and I build one of them. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh, okay. So I build these, and how many do I build? Quantity to build, I will build 1, okay, and memo is the demo build. So this action, think of it, QuickBooks is designed predating e-commerce. It's designed for a fast way, and the only way it understands a kit is somebody welded a piece to another piece, okay, and made a combo, and then they sell it, right? So that's the QuickBooks mindset. So it's a build first. When you build, this quantity goes up. I build 1. The other quantity, notice, this becomes 7, this becomes 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what happens in QuickBooks is when you enter a transaction, is not sufficient just to enter a transaction. You have to do a build first for the quantity that's enough for that transaction, and then you enter the transaction. And your net result is you built one, and you sold it right away, and you net 0 on the lens part 1. This is what we like to see for the assembly to be 0, okay, at all times. And then when you have a transaction, what you do is you do a build, which deducts the piece parts, and then you enter a transaction that wipes out the availability of the build, right away. That's what we would like to see. And that's what TPLIX automate. When you click on that, automatically build assemblies. We will look at your transaction and say, oh, we need 1 assembly here. Okay, we're going to build 1, and then we're going to enter the transaction right away that eats that 1. And your numbers end up all correct on all 3 sides. So that's, where did it go? That's this right here. So that is inventory assembly, kind of in the bare minimum. So, as a result of it, TPLIX is happy because we're reading the quantity that you're giving us, and we're saying, oh, you have 7 available of this, 18 available of that, and we automatically calculate the available for this. So we like to see this as 0. Now, if this is not 0, so normally we don't want you to build for no purpose. For example, I could still build here. I'm going to actually do it. Some people have this habit and say, oh, I just need to keep 3 handy. That's just how I like things. Okay. No, sorry, I can't build 3. Let's just build 2. It takes 3 of the 7 part. I can't do it, so let's just build. So now I have 2 of these, 1 that's left and 14 of this left. And this to TPLIX is not good because, now when we look at the quantity available on this part, which you're selling separate, I assume, we only got 1 available, and we don't like that because we really have 7, right? Because, 6 of them are eaten here.
Yeah,
so that's why we say don't normally do a build. Make all the quantity available, and we will do the build dynamically, so you don't have to do it, and the only time you do it is you got a phone order that's nothing to do with TPLIX and says, oh, I need 1 of these. You have to do a build to deduct and then enter the transaction. So that's how assemblies work. In QuickBooks, of course, you don't have to, in TPLIX, if TPLIX is the inventory master, you don't have to do this. But, we're talking about QuickBooks as inventory master, right? So that's where all of this, enter into the equation for assembly. Any questions?
So let's go back to the point of TPLIX being a master.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I have just used TPLIX as the inventory master?
Okay. That's a good question. So what happens when you are inventory master? Okay, so let me just go over the concept, right? When you're inventory master, what happens is of course, you define the product. That's, either in QuickBooks, either way, you define the product, right? The question becomes, where do you enter the quantity to net out? Because quantity is a live flying number, okay? The question becomes, where are you going to enter the quantity? Some people just say, of course, QuickBooks. I am going to, enter purchase orders. Where Where was that?
Right down. You got it. Purchase orders one right there. You got it.
Yeah. And why did I do that? Because come tax time, I need to know how much what's my cost of inventory. How am I going to account for this, right? So I want to enter purchase orders. I want to receive inventory. Once I have purchase orders, I want to have invoices, bills flying back and forth. I need to look at my financials. Now, you can do that in TPlex also. You got to do that in TPlex also. Actually, this shows loaded from QuickBooks because we're not entering purchase orders. We're just syncing them from QuickBooks. But if you set it to TPlex as Inventory Master, you do a PO in TPlex, or you do a physical count and directly enter it into TPlex, which is good for people that don't like to go mess with QuickBooks. The bad part is if you already have QuickBooks and you need to file taxes, whatever you enter into TPlex doesn't show up on your tax return.
I hear you.
Okay.
So can I ask a question? Can we do one or two of these mappings in TPlex that I have available right now so I can see what the heck I'm doing here? Sure.
Let's go to your account.
Okay.
I won't have access to your QuickBooks, but, let's first go to your account. What is your TPlex account name?
Effingham Radio.
Are you going to spell it for me? So, how do you spell it?
E as in Edward, FFINGHAM Radio. Yep, that's it.
Okay. So, I will log into your account. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%, my friend.
Okay, so let's log into your account. Let's look at the setup.
Now, on some single items, I already mapped some items between Susan and me hanging up. It was very easy on the single items. I mean, I was really impressed with how quickly it mapped it.
Okay. So I'm going to first do a survey of your items. So let's understand what kind of items you have. Now, do you have any combos or you don't?
No, right now in my inventory, everything is just an individual item. What we have been doing up until now is manually entering all of our sales on eBay in the QuickBooks online, not the desktop version. And what we would do is basically take the first item of the combo. Let's say our combo costs $45.99. We would take the first item of our combo, make it $45.99, and the other four items we would just mark as zero. Knowing that our cost to item ratio was never correct, but at the end of the day, our profit was correct and our quantities were correct.
But with inventory assembly, that problem gets solved because QuickBooks allocates the cost for you.
Yeah, and that's great. And I mean, that's really going to be a huge, huge help for us.
Yeah. That's why I know what you're doing. You're using the group items that require a price on a separate piece. And that's what messed you up is all you got is a price on the first item, and you enter zero for the second one. And
you got it. On top of it, we're manually entering it. I mean, truthfully, it's been probably an hour a day, every solitary day, 7 days a week, and I have the human factor involved. There's no doubt when I do it, excuse me one second. It's pretty accurate, but I have employees doing it too, and bottom line, they don't pay attention to it. I mean, right. I mean, it's been a nightmare.
So I assume you got new QuickBooks, and you got new items. Have you created any assembly items?
No, I have not created one yet. In fact, I was waiting for us to talk a little bit, and we could create one. I was hoping maybe we could take one of my unmapped items, then I could open up QuickBooks and create an assembly.
All right, go ahead and do it.
Okay, so we're going to start with item mapping, right? That's what we're looking at here.
Which one is the combo?
The first bundle is the first one in our item mapping area. It says 4-foot fiberglass antenna, 2 items, okay? The 4-foot fiberglass antenna is a single item, but I'm selling 2 of them at the same time.
Okay. Do you mind if I flip you to the presenter? That way I could walk you through your QuickBooks.
Absolutely. I would love it. It's fine with me. Whatever you want, my friend.
Okay, hold on. You might be asked to download a little thing and.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah. I'm flipping you to be the presenter. That way we see your screen and.
Okay. I'm going to download the file right now.
Okay. Now I see your screen. Now, if you bring up your QuickBooks.
Okay. There we are.
Let's just go ahead and create an item.
Okay. So we're going to go into vendor inventory activities. We're going to build an assembly, right?
No. You don't have the item yet, so we're not building an assembly. So go to list, item list.
Okay. Got it.
All right. So let's make a new item.
Well, the item let's start here. The item that we have, the item that we're trying to map is already here. So these two antennas are in my QuickBooks.
Where? Which one?
Well, here. Okay, Aries 4-foot black, right here. That auction or eBay item is 2 of these.
Yeah. That's fine. I don't care about 2 of these. You can remember that 2 of these, but I want you to pull down item, new item, please.
Okay. So list.
Item. No, look at the bottom of the screen. You already.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. New item. I got you. New item.
Yeah.
And we're going to make this an inventory assembly.
Yeah. When you talk, just notice that you're about, maybe 20 seconds behind your screen. So I'm seeing your screen 20 seconds ago.
Okay.
Just be aware of it. So I haven't seen anything pop up yet. You're still scrolling down.
No problem.
So I need to wait till it catch up. But yeah, generally correct. Okay, now it's doing the new item. Okay, make it an inventory assembly, and you're going to give it a name. That's unique.
Okay. A name couldn't it be the item number at eBay? Or should it be... Go ahead.
We have a marketing system, so it doesn't matter what you name it. I mean, you already called it 4-foot fiberglass, 500-watt, whatever, but here you just, whatever name that makes.
I'm going to call it Aries 4-foot dual.
Okay. And then go down to the bill of materials.
Got it.
And pull down the thing that you showed me, which is the part.
You got it.
And the
put
quantity
2 in the quantity. Got it.
Notice that it calculates the cost as $10. It's going to ask you for. I'm not sure if it's going to ask. It might ask you for an income account. So let's go ahead and click OK and see if it lets you save. I'm a little. Yeah. The calculated total for the bill of material cost is greater than the specified amount in the sales price field. Yeah, that's fine. We don't care about the sale price. We're going to name the sale price. This is fine.
So do I need to create the sales price?
Okay, fine. So okay. Let's type in $9.98. Yeah. That's fine. Okay, it's going to give you another warning. Okay, income account. So we do need to specify income account. It doesn't take it from the sub. So this typically is merchandise sales.
Yeah. Then that's fine. Everything else is under merchandise sales. Is that where I should put it?
Yeah.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Let's go ahead and save
it.
Okay, so you made the item. So what we do next is I want you to run your web connector one more time. That way to sync this item into TFlix. You don't have to close anything. Yeah, just run your web connector one more time, please. So items that you just created, you don't have to do it, re-download or everything. We use a modification date mechanism, and we will just, pull any new items that you modified or created last time into Tplex automatically.
Oh, that one I didn't know, Shidong. I thought every time you created a new item or account, you had to do the re-download.
Account you do, because people don't create new accounts every time. But items are based on modification date, so we do an incremental. Sometimes, something fails.
So to be safe. Okay, so to be safe, then it should be checked, or?
No. When you normally, as a matter of course, that you create an item, you don't have to check it. You just sync it.
Okay.
Only if you start noticing that you're missing items, then you check it and run it once. But you don't have to do it normally.
Okay.
Okay, looks like your account is set to QuickBooks as inventory master. That's good. How many items do you have, Lance?
100, 150, maybe 200, something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's not massive, but it took me a day to redate enter everything.
Okay.
But it was a good time to do it. It was the beginning of the year. Everything's fresh. Everything's new. Like I said, we had a lot of human error going on. I am positive.
Okay. All right,
okay, session has ended.
Yeah, so that's good. So we updated. I guess the real test is, do we see this item? Okay, so now I want you to refresh the screen.
The Tplex screen?
Yeah, the Tplex screen. And
okay.
I want you to attempt to map the first thing, which is the 4-foot fiberglass, 500 watts. Pull down the drop down and try to find the thing that you just made. I'll go to the top. I think you call it A.
Yeah, it's under Aries. Okay. Aries 4-foot dual right there.
All right, let's map it. Let's just map this one item because, I want you to focus on that and just show that.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. I want you to, after that, go to QuickBooks integration setup.
I'm sorry. Okay, QuickBooks integration setup.
Yeah, sorry, the Tplex tab, not back to QuickBooks. Yeah. Integration setup.
Okay, we're there.
Yeah, we need to scroll down to the inventory section, and there is an automatic build inventory assembly.
Yes.
We want that checked.
Okay.
And then update QuickBooks setup. Okay. So now you get to guess and tell me, how many orders do you think unexported that has this part number?
One.
Probably one. Okay. Let's just, as a matter of review, let's bring back your QuickBooks, please.
Okay.
Let's bring up your QuickBooks. Let's show the item list. So I want to show you how this looks. if you bring back QuickBooks. I'm just waiting for the screen to show. Okay, I'm 20 seconds behind.
Not a problem, Shadon.
Okay, so we see for the dual, we have quantity 0 available, which is good.
Yes, sir.
That's what we want to see normally. And can you show the parts, please?
Yeah. Do you want me to click on that part, or you just want?
We just want to see. No, we just want to see the quantity available. That way, we have a mental, a mental picture. Because
the quantity available is 3.
3.
3.
Oh, is that enough? Oh, this is a dual. Sorry, I keep thinking of the 4-pack. Okay, it's 3. Okay, good. Then we don't need to see it. We know it's 3. So let's run the web connector one more time and export this one order. Let's run the web connector one more time to export this order.
You got it. We got it, Shadon. We're doing it. Excuse me. Now that we have build assemblies checked, it will always be checked, right, Shadon?
Yeah, it's always checked.
Okay.
It's only not checked by default because we, don't.
Yeah, but I thought Susan and I had checked it earlier today. I must not have pressed update. It must not have just saved it.
Yeah. Okay.
My computer is really only 2 megabyte of RAM because everything we have done up until now has basically been cloud-based. But will it increase this update speed, Shadon, if I upgrade the RAM on this? Because now I'm using everything internal. Basically this was just a terminal before.
Yeah,
all of our QuickBooks is online.
I know. It's worth it, now that you're running a desktop version of QuickBooks to make it a little bit bigger. QuickBooks does eat a lot of things.
I've noticed a slowdown in the system altogether, and we've just began. Update session has ended, and the quantity has been adjusted in QuickBooks.
Okay, is it 1?
It's 1. That's exactly what it was supposed to be, Shadon.
So actually, go down to customers and enter sales receipt.
Customer.
Enter sales receipt.
Yeah.
Up.
Get sales receipts. Got it.
Okay, we need to backspace and find it. I think if you back arrow, you should see it.
Yeah, there is some of the ones that I've already brought in today.
Oh, all right. Oh, so, okay, I see these are based on transaction date. So let's do this. I'll show you the trick. Let's go back to TFlix. We need to find it.
Oh, I'm finding it. I'll find it here. Just give me a minute. We'll find it. It's only
you'll
going
find
to take
it?
a minute.
Oh.
Yeah, it's only going to take a minute. It is. I have moved some in here. We'll find it here. It's right here. I'm looking at it right now.
It's right here. Okay.
It'll come up on your screen in a minute.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, this is the way it is, and it works, as intended. It deducts the piece parts. It does the cost allocation correctly. Everything works. I mean, it's.
So it brings the PayPal fee out.
Yes.
And that'll be in my computer, so I don't have to pay attention to PayPal fee anymore unless I do refunds, correct? Because won't the refunds credit the fees back?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to refund, you got to add the fee back and refund them the total, right?
Well, I wonder, Shadon, can I do it without doing the PayPal fee and just put my PayPal fees in manually?
You can. It's your choice. It depends on how you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We use the same product. I mean, we use QuickBooks for our accounting. We charge you, consulting fees. We charge you with PayPal, and it enters our QuickBooks. We put in the PayPal fee because I just don't like to mess with it, manually.
No, I hear you. I think we'll try it this way for a little while. Again, I'm sure we'll talk, here and there a little bit just because it's going to be new for me. But I'm pretty quick at picking stuff up, Shadon. It doesn't take me long to figure out what I'm doing and be done with it.
Right.
Now, I see that, I had created eBay, the customer name is a non-tax customer code. If it comes in from somebody in the state, the only time eBay charges sales tax or PayPal does is when somebody buys something in the state of Illinois, which is where my items are located.
Right.
Will that change in QuickBooks as a taxed item?
No, you need to fix them. Okay. The way T-Plex view of the world, actually, can I request to control your computer? That way I could click and show you things.
Of course you don't. You go right ahead and do whatever you got to do, buddy.
Okay. Hold on. Let me do request mouse control. At least that way, if you grant me mouse control, I'll point you to it.
Okay.
Okay. So now I can move the mouse. You're talking about this being non-taxable versus taxable. The way we like to see is PayPal fee is non-taxable because it happens after tax. But your item is taxable or not, depending on your state's definition. Okay. Like in California, it doesn't matter where you're selling it. An item, unless it's groceries, is taxable. That's the definition. Okay. And then what happens is the customer could be taxable or not taxable. Okay.
Yes.
If I'm selling to the government, if I'm selling out of state, the customer is not taxable. The item is a taxable item, but the customer is a non-taxable customer. So what T-Plex does is T-Plex flips this customer tax code between non and tax. If it's Illinois, is a taxable customer. If it's a non-Illinois, is a non-taxable customer. The item.
So should I have made eBay taxable then?
Yeah, you need to make the 4-foot dual thing taxable, and you will notice it's global, it's universal. Once you make it, it said, "Oh, do you want me to apply to everything?" Right?
Yeah.
But this is not taxable. This is not taxable. Sorry, this guy is not in Illinois.
Yeah.
This is not a taxable customer. But the item is a taxable item. You see, if you made it taxable, it becomes, you owe $1.31 tax, right? So no, the item needs to be taxable.
Yeah, but I had turned eBay into a non-taxable environment altogether earlier today when I was data entering my sales from yesterday. So I need to go back and make it taxable. But how will QuickBooks know when to add tax and when not? Will they notice the state and the sold to?
No, unfortunately, you have to pick the little code down here. And when T-Plex enters it automatically, we pick the right code based on the state.
Oh, so I'm in Illinois.
Yeah. Well, we don't.
Okay.
So here's what we do. When we look at the eBay transaction, eBay tells it whether tax is collected on this transaction or not.
I hear you.
And when we say that, we will say, oh, this one must be a taxable customer. We'll flip that flag on.
I hear you. So T-Plex will tell QuickBooks it's taxable.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. So I need to go back into my customer file and make eBay taxable. So now, if I have eBay as a non-tax customer right now, and T-Plex brings us in...
It's not the customer. You don't have to change the customer taxable or not taxable. I keep saying that. You do not have to make eBay either taxable or non-taxable because we are going to make a per sale determination.
Gotcha. I got you.
The one you need to change is this one. You need to make the item taxable.
I did. The item is taxable, Chief Shadone. The item has been marked taxable. I made everything that says eBay this morning non-taxable. That's what I keep trying to tell you. I went in because I was having to hit non-tax on every item. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. The item that was put in inventory yesterday is taxable. I made the customer name eBay non-taxable this morning. I need to change that back to taxable so that your system will make the right decision.
Lance, hear me out. We don't care how you mark your customer.
I got you. Don't worry about it. I got it covered. I know what I'm doing here, brother. But thank you. Thank you.
I think what happened.
I hear what you're saying, brother.
Yeah, I think what happened is when we created the inventory assembly, we accidentally left it as non-taxable.
I will double check that maybe.
Yeah,
let's double check.
Let's double check that.
That was Aries.
That was that 4-pack thing.
Yeah. It's a 2-pack. But yeah,
2-pack.
It's a what do we call it? Aries dual kit. Nope, that wasn't it.
It was at the bottom somewhere when you made it. I don't know where it went.
Yeah, we're fine. Aries 4-foot dual right here.
Well, you have a.
It's marked as taxed already. Shadone.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, and again, I went in this morning and I made every transaction that says eBay non-taxable. I did that on purpose this morning because I was data entering 45 sales, and I didn't want to untax every single one of those sales.
Okay.
So I have to go back into QuickBooks and make eBay taxable because whether your system tells it or not, QuickBooks now thinks everything that says eBay is non-tax. You can set it up either way in eBay. You can set it up by a customer or you can set it up by an item.
Okay.
So that's cool. So I think I have this. The question is, Shadone, if I play with this today and tomorrow and I have additional questions, can I call back in? You can.
Those questions are, listen, we don't charge for questions. You can always call back in with questions and we'll answer it. If things are not clear. We only charge for comprehensive consultations, walkthroughs beyond the initial first.
Yeah, and Dynamite Shadone, and I have no problem with paying for help. You guys have done a great job. You guys are going to save me a ton of money and a ton of time with this program. I'm very happy we were able to get together here and get this done. And as I said to Susan earlier, we will be launching our own website, and we will probably be moving into Amazon also later on this year. So I'm sure we'll have some more integration that will take place here.
Okay.
Shadone, thank you for everything. I really do appreciate it, buddy.
Okay, Lance. Best of luck, and again, reach out to us if you need more help.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Susan.